Good morning. My name's Dave Howard, and I'd like to welcome you to Burkle Live at the CARTS North America show. This morning, I'm pleased to introduce Keith Yeates, who is the president of Bristol ID in upstate New York. Good morning, Keith.
Morning.
Thank you, firstly, for taking the time to chat with us today.
You're welcome.
Maybe start with just telling us a little bit about your business and how things are looking for you right now.
Sure. Well, Bristol ID is a custom card manufacturer selling through resellers into the ID security, gift and loyalty, and promotional products markets. We also a reseller of desktop card printers, ribbons, lanyards, and accessories, primarily to provide a one-stop shop to our customers. More recently, we've also developed a range of RFID cards and tags, and consider ourselves to be a leader in that technology.
Okay. How do you see business right now?
Well, actually, we've been very fortunate that over the last few years we've enjoyed double-digit growth. The first quarter has continued that trend where we've also seen double-digit growth, and we expect that to continue for the rest of this year. We believe, the reason why we're seeing this growth is because of the level of service we provide to our customers in terms of short lead times, on-time delivery, quality, and also a willingness to develop cards with demanding specifications for our customers.
Okay. I know you've obviously been a good Burkle customer for a number of years now, and we certainly thank you for that. Now, as you look forward, do you see new markets, sort of new opportunities you're aiming at, or?
Yeah, well, for Bristol, I can sort of really address that mainly from Bristol's point of view. Certainly, we see RFID as a good growth technology for us going forward, and we offer a range of single technology cards, which includes PROX, MyFair, and UHF. We've also developed UHF parking hang tags. We're putting technology into key fobs, and more recently we've developed a range of dual technology cards along with cards of different shapes, and in fact we'll be having a booth at the upcoming RFID Journal Live where all these products will be on display. Another market where we see good growth opportunities for us is short-run gift cards. Gift card market is growing and growing nicely, but in particular the demand for, or a lot of the interest from smaller retailers in gift card programs is driving a demand for short-run cards. And Bristol ID, with its sort of low to medium volume capability, is well positioned to take advantage of that market.
Very nice. I know I've sort of been working around the plastic card industry for about 6 years now, and it seems that during that period of time, the US market has stayed around the sort of $8.5 billion level. Do you see that increasing, over the next few years, or is it sort of going to plateau at that kind of number?
No, I do. Actually, my information, tells me that the card market is, since the recession, has been growing somewhere around 5% per year. And prior to the recession, we were enjoying more like 10% a year. But I see, looking into the future, that the current growth rate of around 5% per year, I think, will continue.
Okay. Well, it's certainly a diverse industry. I know as I've traveled around, the different sort of elements of the plastic card industry, whether it be gift cards, hotel door keys,
yep,
or obviously the credit card market. Certainly a lot of different types of product, and I guess a lot of different types of opportunities. So Anything else you'd like to share at this point?
Well, I think, one of the things, one of the discussion points that I'm involved with ICMA, in fact I'm Vice President of ICMA currently, and one of the discussions that we've been having a lot, obviously, is with regards to smartphones and the impact that smartphones may have on the card market. And, whilst I see, and are at the moment, smartphones being used as payment devices, I also see that smartphones will, in time, be used for access control as a credential for ID. But I don't believe that this will have an impact or major impact on the card market, definitely over the next 5 years. I think that the card will continue to be used as a backup to the smartphone in situations like that. And also, one thing to bear in mind is that every smartphone has a SIM card. And currently, SIM cards are actually, in a dollar volume standpoint, the largest card market. So as smartphones grow, the SIM card market is going to grow also, which again is, is part of the card market. So,
Right.
I certainly don't see any short-term threat. In fact, I see in some cases it will help to fuel the growth of cards.
Yeah, I think there's certainly the various conferences I've attended where inevitably the subject of disruptive technology comes up, and a lot of nervousness about whether or not the smartphone's gonna be the downfall of the plastic card industry. You're right. I think the general feeling is it's going to be a lot of years before people are going to be comfortable with just relying upon a device that, if the battery's flat, you can't pay your bill kind of thing. So, I agree. I think it's going to be a long time before we see cards completely disappear. So.
And if you look at the history in cards, we've talked for a long time about the demise of the mag stripe. Most cards still use the mag stripe today, and I don't see it going away anytime soon. Certainly RFID is going to, is going to erode that piece of the business. But the technology in general is pretty slow moving. So I think, coming back to the smartphone and its impact, it's going to be a long time before I think we see any impact, if at all.
Well, clearly, North America has lagged behind Europe in terms of chips in cards, and again, based on the information I see, that is finally beginning to change. Over the next 3 or 4 years, I'm guessing, I think we're going to see obviously a considerable move towards embedded chips. So, that's, I think, is good for equipment makers like us, and obviously good for the industry. So.
Well, I think, with regards to equipment makers like yourself, certainly laminating is an area where I think the more development that can be done with regards to how do you laminate a card with technology inside, such as a chip and antenna, and whilst not damaging the chip, producing a flat card. And we're starting to see other types of electronics coming into cards. For example, we're now seeing cards with digital displays, with little touch pads that you can key in numbers and things like that. So you're actually embedding mini circuit boards into the card itself, which again I think puts the demand on the laminators to be able to do that without damaging the electronics. So I see, continue developing that area. One that you're closely involved in, obviously, is something that I would, like to see from a Bristol ID standpoint.
Very good. Well, again, thank you for joining us this morning. This is Dave Howard at CARTS North America, and again, thank you.